Okay, I'm going to do this broadcast called Amazing Transformations, and I wrote this May 28, 2018. But some of the greatest treasures are formed in the seemingly most unthinkable ways. A pearl is formed when a grain of sand becomes lodged inside the mouth, if you could call it, of an oyster. The mollusk secretes a substance to coat the grain, and it results in a pearl. And these can be very, very valuable. Also, carbon, under ordinary circumstances, not much, but has some limited uses, such as producing electricity or fuel for certain locomotives, like coal trains. However, some enormous pressure over a prolonged period of time can turn it into a diamond. The diamond is not only very costly and valuable, but it's nearly, in some sense, indestructible. A diamond cannot be scratched, it has been said, except by another diamond. Furthermore, diamonds hold resilience and resistance to even very strong acids, and that can dissolve glass. So we take a look at Romans 5:3-5. It says, "Not only so, we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that our suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope, and hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit, who has been given to us." To have character now that requires heat and melting, furnaces and fires of pressure while practicing patience. Integrity, and by God's enabling spirit he gives through the adoption of the cross. Christ paid for our salvation. By persevering in his power, we can become proven, tested, and valuable. Even more useful for his services. Coal has use, yet a diamond is far exceedingly worth over tons of just average coal. As the adage that says, "Worth your weight in gold," yet is the same manner of being tested brings value out of us as well. So sometimes we through going through some of the things, we become more able to be a blessing and a use to other people who are going through similar stuff. When we get out of a certain situation that's been difficult, God can use us to be more of a blessing as a result. Some suffer much in life, and it makes them cynical. Others suffer an equal load of grief, woes, burdens, and sorrows, yet become more compassionate, inspiring, humble, gentle, meek, and tender-hearted. Why? What is it that does this? The person's heart is made. It's what the person's heart is made of who is going through things that determines whether they burn like chaff or glow like gold being refined. The truth, though, is, however, apart from God's grace, we would all be destroyed in the furnaces of afflictions, and the place of metal that will and a piece of metal that will not conform to becoming useful for anything of value or use is just thrown away. The metal will only warp with heat and become less useful, yet other metals, when they are heated, are refined and made more costly and strong in the process. A bird in the egg, a caterpillar in the cocoon, both must fight to break forth. Aiding it can either one prove to its detriment or underdeveloped wings. Another example of such things in life come through a type of pine cone that is termed a serotinous cone, which implies that there is a residue that acts as a glue that holds the outer cone together tightly and traps the seed inside. The only real natural way to have these seeds released after they have been reached right development comes through high thermal temperatures. When a forest fire occurs, the sticky substance is melted away and the cones release their seeds. And that is so often how it happens with us. We see here that even the created order of our natural world seems also to help us see some spiritual realities that happen in our lives as well. I hope you found this message encouraging. God bless.